Welcome back. Only one thing left to do in the game. It's probably not going to take 15 minutes, but we'll see. We'll fill up 15 minutes somehow. Of course, interestingly, this isn't a new place. But, of course, I think there's only one enemy that appeared in the compendium that we haven't met yet, so... Oh, and under instead of over 3 minutes this time. There's only one person this could be. Oh, huh. Actual cutscene. Hey, bud. That is a weird combination. So he he helps us in the future, but then also tries to prevent that in the past? Weird combination of things. Okay, hold on. Thank you for holding on. Wait, why can't I use the wheel anymore? Well, I didn't have to hit him with it twice, I don't think. I just had to use it. Oh, it actually heals him. Oh, that is evil. I didn't think I'd do that. Yeah, so I can't dodge all of those that way. I really didn't expect that well. Is that healing? No. Here, would you stop that? This guy with his special mechanic. Also, I need to actually, make sure I fill this back up for the end of the fight. Yeah, that is mean. Yeah, he just breaks out of my combo that way. That is really, really mean. You can't get that many hits in on him. Come on. There's like one thing I can do that does work. He blocks really randomly. Is... Come on now. I can just laser through that shield, but at the same time I'd rather... not use a laser just in favor of... Man. Okay, never mind what I was saying. That was mean of you. Could you stop that? So I don't accidentally drop my, I was gonna say I wasn't gonna use a laser so I won't actually drop my energy too low, but, oh well. There's a little bit more experience left to get. Sweet. The smallest thing? I mean, I thought the whole, like, burger explosion was a pretty big thing. But, okay, cool. Thanks. The end. I forgot this game was supposed to have a story in the second half. Oh, do we get to see credits again? We basically do. Well, do I want to comment on this again? I mean, again, this game had a really long credit sequence, but I do at least appreciate this game's mission mode was pretty fun. I realize it's just playing the same thing over again, but I kind of wish more games did that. Games where, like, they really can't actually provide much content. Like, if a game is legitimately really short, then I'd rather it add something small to kind of pad things out isn't the right way of saying it. I wish they would give you a reason to replay it at least once, like this, like just making the game harder or something. Or even just something with a little bit of novelty, rather than just having it be played once and not having replayability. I mentioned I liked that Hot Wheels Soundtrack Challenge and then GBA did that, just making the game harder a second time through. In this game, you had some challenges to do, which got kind of old, but I you liked it, and you got extra boss battles, which I enjoyed. Extra boss battles are all cool, and I guess you get a little bit extra closure somehow on the story. Which for the most part I was mostly just recycling the entire game to make it twice as long, but in a way that I didn't mind too much. There are still a couple small things to do here, I think. We did complete all the missions, I think, so some way or another we'll see if we got any kind of reward for that. Presumably there's a point to that, so we'll have to see what that is. But beyond that, I also want to see, since I'm close to a level up, if level 10 is the maximum level. I would think so. I don't know what happens at that point if you keep leveling up. I guess I'd probably just do more damage next time, because I think I have all the abilities already, and what else is there to do? I don't know. I think it's still weird that the game... I know the whale was a big thing in the actual episode this is based on, but in this game it just kind of all of a sudden, without the game ever telling you, you can do it now. It's just kind of random. And that's the fun thing with licensed games. You always have a bunch of extra people in the credit sequence that didn't really do much directly in the game. So you have much longer credits than you'd expect. I don't know. So yeah, we'll find something small. There's Rob. We'll find something small to do for the rest of this episode, I am certain. What do I do after this? There are actually 2 more, well, there's one more Danny Phantom title that I'll play, but it's on 2 systems. I think it's on the Game Boy and the DS, so we'll get to that as well. Oddly enough, I think the Danny Phantom got lots of, like, Shockwave games or whatever they were online, but not almost anything in terms of, like, console or handheld games, and they're all, in fact, handheld. Of course, leaving out the Nicktoons Unite series, which Danny always appeared in. I mean, it always made sense to me that he appeared in that, so I guess necessarily he did get more video game appearances through that series, but otherwise... It's weird to me still that Danny didn't really get much in the way of dedicated video games. I don't remember much in the way of what games were online. I don't know if there's a way to recover them. I don't know if they still exist or anything, or if they're lost media. There was, I don't remember what it was called. There was one that was basically a fighting game that had some number of unlockable characters. It was it was based on the Phantom Freeze special, or whatever it was called. Vlad and Rush. Okay. That had a couple characters you can play as in a fighting game. Including some antagonists, as well as Sam in, like, Ivy form. Promotions. Unfortunately, the game doesn't tell you what this does. What does that do? I have no idea. I might look it up real quick too. Oh! No, Rush was something else. Okay, so 10 is in fact the max. Do I get to choose who to play as? Yeah, so Rush is a boss rush actually. Starts with the box ghost actually. And you actually get to choose who to play as. Yeah, man. Dan controls very differently. I need to say charge. You charge pretty slowly as Dan, actually. Oh, come on now. Unfortunately, I probably can't do this all in one episode, actually. Maybe I should save this for later. I can do another episode, but it's just that. I'm guessing this just lets you play as Danny? Well, we can see that later. So Rush is the only way to get into that screen. That's interesting. But give me a second. I think it's written online on precisely what the Vlad password actually does, and I don't know what it does. I can check real quick, I guess, too. If anything happens if I actually load my game again. I kind of doubt it's going to do anything special. No. Hey! I'm certain I did that. Did I not? Let me check real quick, though. does Vlad do? Oh, you already had Vlad. Unlocks easy and hard difficulty, apparently. Okay, well, real quick, since we have time anyways, let's... I'm certain I did that. Did I not? Wait, the game's not on hard. Game. Stop changing the difficulty on me. See if we get anything, see if anything interesting shows up once we actually do. Complete this with all of the boxes ticked. It's still strange to me though, why? Of course, this fight's actually kind of annoying if you don't use your powers, but I'm certain that I had over half my ghost power at the end. And this guy is legitimately annoying if you don't use your ghost powers at all, because that, you can't do full combos on him because he doesn't even break out of the combo per se in a traditional fashion. He doesn't start attacking or anything, but he just starts getting healed instead, which is very unusual for a boss to do. Which makes this guy unique, I appreciate that, but it's a little annoying at the same time. Wow, I'm surprised I managed to actually land that attack. Okay, now he's not being very cheap with the shield, it doesn't feel like. Come on, get down here. Come on. He has a lot, too. Only be able to attack a boss with a couple hits at a time reminds me of the later Kingdom Hearts games. They got really annoying. You have this, like, come on now, satisfying 6-hit combo or something. You can only hit a boss like 3 times at a time, otherwise they just start wailing on you in return. Yeah, ending. The end. Credits. Oh, hold on. Does that skip the password appearing too if you skip the credits that way? Okay, I got all those now. Oh, that's a little annoying. Now I'm also curious. Does it show the password at the end of the credits in general? It's kind of what it seems to do. Unfortunately, I can only get this to play at like at maximum 3 times speed, which is still pretty long. But I'd be surprised if it actually showed the password at the end of this. I probably have to be flat again, which would be annoying. I'm guessing that all that happens, if anything, this game doesn't unlock stuff for you for some reason. What it does instead is it gives you passwords. I can see online that there are 3 other passwords that I have not seen from anywhere, which apparently are a couple minigames, which I can check out next time. 4 minigames, actually. Jeez. Why did they give me the Glad password again? It's kind of strange. I also managed to forget that that was what that password did, but I had, then again, I first time I saw a password was 2 weeks ago, so. But, so next episode we'll look at the minigames, if they exist, which I'm assuming you would normally get from, probably having beaten Vlad again, with all of the missions actually completed, or something like that. And we'll also go through the boss rush. Huh, no, just Vlad and Rush. Strange. Well, there are a couple more passwords, supposedly, online. So we'll check those out. Bye, everyone.